having something wrong.
Hello. My name is Carl Bradfield. Welcome to the comedy show.
That's not too much comedy show.
You're telling me. What do you mean, what?
It's not too much comedy.
Not too much comedy show?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's what she says.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What I was doing is jump rope, doing my jump rope exercise. It's a good exercise to for those who like it. Not everyone cares for jump ropes. That is jump ropes when I pluralize it. I mean jump rope repetitions. Like that. You won't believe it, but normally I do 3 sets of 100 each. At the beginning of the workout that I do 2 or 3 times a week. And this is my lovely co-host.
Wilhelmina.
And?
You are Carl.
Well, now that we have that established, do you have something to say?
Yes, I wanted to tell them about the show.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Go ahead. All right. Okay. What I want to tell you about, this show is not your typical comedy show. It's not too much comedy because our mission is to have fun. We want to promote ourselves, our guests, which we will have guests, not every show, but every now and then. It won't be just Carl and I. But we also want to promote our sponsors. We want to talk about health and nutrition, exercise.
For older folks.
Right, and defensive moves. And but we want to have fun while we're doing it. Okay, the topics that we're hoping to cover over the next few weeks will include feeling good, exercise, nutrition, healthy living, positive thinking, overcoming personal crises through our own stories and stories of our guests that we'll have on. And we also want to stress the importance of humor, especially in stressful situations. And Carl?
And I am a screenwriter and an author, and sometimes I act. I know that, okay.
And you sit still.
I don't want to sit. She makes me sit. But these are 3 books that I wrote that are currently on the market that you can check out on the online bookstores, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Books A Million. I also write screenplays. I write movie scripts. I do some acting, but that is Wilhelmina's forte. But I am a Christian combat soldier, a combat soldier for Jesus, and I don't apologize for that. I'm a survivor. I sailed over in 1965 in the beginning of the build-up.
Okay. And you're going to teach some exercises defensive, like, the oriental type, whoop, whoop, like that?
Well, it's not so oriental anymore, but yes, it is a martial arts. I've been in the martial arts since 1960. That's been a while back. Excuse me. And I made black belt the first time in 1962. So I've taught a lot of people over the years up north, some here in Florida. But the exercises, the defensive exercises that we will be doing will be for older people. Younger people can still have energy. We still have energy, but these will be exercises that you can do at home. What do you think of that?
Okay.
How's that grab you a lot of stops?
And where does the comedy come in here? You're going to make...
When you see me do the exercise, you'll see where the comedy is.
Okay, all right. And besides I will show you some real simple exercises for the more mature audience.
Simple is
And-
right. Oh, I'm sorry.
And then, well, things they can remember, because I know I have memory problems. So,
Huh?
you know,
What'd you say?
something that's easy, that's not going to take too much energy, and that people can work up to. And then each week, I'm going to bring you one nutrition tip. In fact, why don't I go ahead and talk about the nutrition for this week? I just finished reading a very interesting article.
Why don't you go ahead and talk about the nutrition?
That's what I'm going to talk about. My nutrition tip. It's about nuts. Okay? It was a very large study. 119,000 men and women over 24 years, and this is reported by Tufts University. And in this study, those people that had nuts every week or on a regular basis were much healthier, lived longer, and had less disease. That less heart disease, less cancer, less lung disease, death from all causes was less by having a few handfuls of nuts a week. You know, maybe a handful, whatever size hand you have, is the amount, okay? You know, if you're a larger person, you can eat more. But nuts are wonderful. They're the healthy unsaturated
Look
fat.
at an elephant. They're healthy. How
And
strong they are.
They're a lot of protein, fiber, vitamin E, and they're low in carbohydrates. And
Can I ask you a question?
nuts.
Does an elephant eat more than just peanuts, or could he eat cashews and pistachios? and
I have no idea about
Almond.
the diets of elephants.
I guess it depends on where the elephant lives, right?
Do you have nuts?
Do I?
I'm not asking if you are nuts.
I was Mr. Peanut, by the way, in the first couple of Disney World parades back in 1971 during that
71.
summer.
Okay.
So my daughter sometimes referred to me as the largest nut in the world. And she was only half right because I was only half nuts.
Okay.
I'm sorry, continue.
Well, the only other thing that I wanted to say is that that's my tip for the week.
That's
Okay?
enough. That's enough of that.
Where are you going?
I'm going home. No.
No. You're a little ahead of the game here. We're not ready to start on the exercises yet, are we?
No, I wanted
I
to
mean, you know.
I wanted to get rid of my jump rope.
Oh, I didn't realize you were playing with your rope.
Watch how you see that, kiddo.
Okay. The other thing is about this topic here. Is that something? Who is Mr. E.O.
No, nothing.
No Nothing?
That's me.
You're Mr. No Nothing?
Yeah, I
You
don't know
know
nothing. I don't know nothing.
Okay.
Okay. A little tidbit of what is it? Do you know what in my opinion, the dumbest question in movie history is? It's, are you all right? I mean, you could fall from a mountain. You could be run over by a herd of elephants. You can be getting beat up in a bar fight. You can be in a crash on a highway. And what's the first thing somebody comes over and says to you? Are you all right?
They might be.
The natural answer is, do I look all right?
Well, I rolled my car, and when they opened the door, they asked me if I was
Are you
all
all
right.
right? And what
I
did you
was.
say?
I was all right. I hung upside down with my seatbelt and wasn't very comfortable. I was bleeding. I hit my knee, but I was all right. If it's when people don't respond to that question.
But it's in movies. That's in real life. In movies, I was watching a show last night, and there was a big bar fight. Everybody was busted up, and the girl comes over to the hero and says,
Are you all right?
he says, yeah, sure. I always look this way when I get in a fight.
you know, I just realized something, Carl. You told who you were and what your background was. I didn't tell them anything about me. I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for about 35 years. I'm 99% retired.
I thought you were going to say you're 99 years old. No.
No, 99% retired. And I started with acting and modeling a couple years ago. And so that's how I met Carl from Scriptwriters Actor Group. And one of the things that I didn't mention, but occasionally our guests will be from the field of entertainment. That'll be a small portion of our show. But we do.
We'll ask little people. But she says it's a small portion.
Okay.
Little
They're
people.
Little people. Okay.
When
Well,
she stops laughing at my jokes, I'm off the air.
well, okay, Carl.
Almost
So
made it.
anyway, I'm done.
Oh, it can't be done.
You,
Well done.
I'm well done.
Yeah, so was a roast in the oven. Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
now,
So, what are we into here? We're going to talk more about what are these books that you have up there? I know you went over them real quickly, but are they novels? Are they historical or hysterical or what are they?
all of the above.
Okay.
Okay. This is called The Blue Spaders, Vietnam. As I mentioned before, I sailed over with the 1st Infantry Division in 1965 when the war was new, that is the buildup of the war. And everybody was green, that's why I'm wearing green. And we had to learn the war on the job training, OJT. This is my description of what had happened with me. I was in the Battle of Tan Binh, the Battle of Bong Trang, and both in 1966. And I tell people I was
These aren't funny books then.
well, that one has this is
Is there
written
comedy?
with humor, but not joking because there is some slaughter in the book. But I was bombed, strafed, rocketed, machine
That
gun.
explains a lot.
Yeah, and sometimes the enemy shot at me. Like I
Okay.
said, we were green, and everybody shot at anybody. The other book, again, on the online bookstores, you can find this. This is entitled The 10th Ward Gang. It's a young adult.
Childhood, your memories?
Yes, my childhood memories in my own neighborhood, but it's a romantic comedy. I mean, it's a romantic novel for young people about teenagers going through the dangerous neighborhoods in the asphalt jungle. In this case, it happened in Baltimore, but it happened and still happens all over the country and all over the world in big cities.
Mm-hmm.
This book is called. What's it called?
You have to look to know the name of your book? Oh, I'm not the only
Warm
one with
up.
memory
I know what it
problems.
is. Warm Up for a Revolution. And this, again, is a young adult novel, historical novel. That means the facts are true. It centers around a rebellion just prior to the Revolutionary War in America.
So
And
is there humor in all three books of some
always, I write humor.
sort? Okay.
You know, I can't write a drama. I tried that, and it's no joke.
Yeah, well, life is funny, I think.
Yeah.
I think life is pretty good. And that's one of the things that I'm hoping this show is going to get across, because this is a show to feel good, to have fun, and to do fun things, and not take anything too serious. Okay?
To
Are we
continue.
I was going to say, do you want to start with our exercises pretty soon, or
But
other things?
I didn't
You
explain
didn't
about
finish
that.
it. Okay.
The main point is it's about the regulator. It centers in the regulator era of North Carolina, 1776. I'm sorry, 1765 to 1771, and it's a real rebellion that happened in what today we call Greensboro, North Carolina. But prior to the Revolutionary War, it was called Guilford Village, and it centers upon the local people on the frontier being upset with the politicians. like that's new, right?
Yeah.
And
history repeats itself.
but it's all centered around the upcoming American Revolution, and it's for young people that they're right into trouble. Again, you can.
That doesn't happen today.
Oh no. But it takes them through a lot of fighting. It culminated with the Battle of Guilford. No, not the Guilford battlefield. The Battle of Alamance Creek. That is in North Carolina, and it is the only, as far as I can see, the only non-military battle that occurred. And because it was so close to the Revolution, many people in the other colonies, we weren't states yet, were upset with it. We're watching it very closely. Now.
Okay. Now.
Get up and fight. Oh, no, that's not what you want.
Wow.
I thought you had enough of that.
All right. Now, you're going to show me some defensive moves?
Yes. You know what this is?
What? That's your hand.
No, that's the opposite of this.
Oh. Okay.
What would you call
I
it?
can do that.
Okay. I have a system called defensive exercises. These are exercises. But they can also, the same movements can be used in self-defense should you need it. But most people will never be attacked in their lives. Some people will. I've been there. But they will exercise daily. These are simple exercises for those who aren't able to exercise. And the first couple we're going to do, you can also do sitting down. Now,
I can sit down?
Not you. You're drafted. Okay.
Oh, well.
What I want you to do is lift your right hand up. I'll start with the right side. It doesn't matter which side. Now I want cross your hand in front of your eye, to both eyes, to the opposite shoulder, and turn at the waist. This is the waist exercise. And do the same with the other side. Cross in front of your eyes and to your opposite shoulder. That's one repetition, right side, left side, one repetition. It's important that you cross the eyes because this would be part of the self-defense part should you ever need to get something out of your hand out of your way or somebody reaching for you. Now, if we could do this together, okay, so we don't bump into each other.
Okay.
All right,
I'll
right
move.
side, we'll do about 10.
Oh, right.
Right out. Okay. Begin. Hachime. Okay. 1. Eyes looking forward. Okay. That's
Always?
1 rep.
You keep your head forward. Okay.
You keep your head forward.
Oops, you're fast. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with you.
All right. Okay. That's 3. Okay. That's 4. All right. Speed it up there, Speedy. 5. Let's do it. See, we're doing it again. This is excellent exercise.
I feel like a windshield washer.
well, that's what I used to use my students for. Okay. Now we do about a few of these.
I'm sorry, I've lost.
And we'll
I'm
stop.
out of sync.
You did say sink, didn't you? Okay.
What else would I be out of?
The next exercise, easy. I'll call it simple, but too many people call it simple. It might be. All right, another waist exercise that can also be used in the self-defense, which can also be used in a seated position. Okay. Open your hands up. Make a fist either way, and we'll move to the side and draw the opposite hand as far up under your arm as possible to stretch the waist, or what we call the love handles. This is where we got to stay together, kid, or we're going to bump heads. All right. Now we're going to pick up up. And we do it slow at first. All right. I'm not Simmons. What's his name?
Richard
But then I don't have hair.
I'd rather be Jack LaLanne when he was younger.
Oh, Jack
Before he
LaLanne.
died,
He
though.
started in Baltimore.
Did
Then he moved out to California.
Oh well, I'm off again. Let me.
People think I'm off all the time. All right, but you can see now, you're probably wondering, as someone did not too long ago, what is this going to do to...
I can feel it on my waist.
Can you feel it?
It tightens,
Okay.
yeah. I can feel
Now,
it.
for variety, let's open the hands and extend the heel of the palm. Okay?
Extend it where?
Well, you're going to send it
Oh,
down,
down.
just like you did the, okay, like that. And if you remember last week when we did this, how you asked, how is this going to stop anything from an attack? Okay, and we'll get to that before we grow old. Is it too late?
It's never too late.
It's
You're
never.
never too old.
Okay.
I believe that.
Now, all you have to do to perfect this is practice it 10,000 times. Then you'll be ready. You'll understand what you're doing. Let's now look at the first exercise that we did, which was palm to shoulder. If someone were reaching out to you, face this way. Okay. If someone were reaching out to grab you, okay.
Am I supposed to grab you?
Well, reach out like you
Well, like, well, I don't know where you want me to grab you.
grab my shirt. Don't wriggle it, just grab it. That's my
Okay.
chest in there.
Well, how do I
Okay, grab both hands.
grab both hands? You want to lay hands on
Now
you?
watch.
Push you over.
Now watch. This is my right hand. It's coming across my eyes and here, you see. All this is, do it again. This is what you're doing. Oh, she's tough. Okay. That is the purpose of keeping the eye level, all right? Again, the number of times you'll be attacked is probably 0 to 100,000 for me. Yeah, but,
People want to hit you.
yeah, they do. Okay. Now the other one is for a downward. Okay, someone was kicking at you. All right. So
Kicking?
yeah, be careful now. That's it. See what I'm doing with this? Okay.
Oh, that
Oh, I'm
hurt.
sorry.
Right on the shin
I'm
bone.
sorry. I shouldn't have. That's the idea.
Oh! Oh, jeez. Yeah, I've got witnesses. I've got witnesses. You broke my arm. Oh, that hurt.
Oh, sweetie.
Okay, so much for that.
Okay, well, okay.
All righty.
Okay, I
Well, that's
think
what you
that-
get for trying to kick him. I mean, it's my own fault.
Now, what I'm going to do is sit down because Wilhelmina wants to get even.
Well,
You all right?
except that I'm not sure this hand's going to do well. I'll just use, yeah, I'll be all right.
Okay.
I only have a couple simple, I only want to do 2 exercises each week. And my wrist is a little bent out of shape. I am using a kettlebell. However, at home, you can use any kind of you can use a hand weight.
I better move out of the line of fire. She's having to let that thing go on me.
Well, you want me to demonstrate on you? I should bring one of these for you, too. So you could do it. You made me do it with you.
Okay.
I should, next week I'll bring whatever I'm doing, he can do too. Fair enough? Well, you don't have to leave the picture. Whatever weight, and if you have a gallon of milk or something, whatever you can grasp hold of, bring up over your head, and just enough. This is for your triceps, for your upper arm. And if you do 15 of these, take a break, do 15 more later on, and a set of 15.
Where would one find something like that?
This you can get in any kind of a sports shop. Come on over here. Since I don't have 2 of them. All right, go ahead and take a hold of it. One hand on each side. Come on.
Okay.
Okay, bring it up over your head.
You want to stand back?
And yep. Okay, and then just bring it forward, just keeping this like a bevel.
It's like dumbbell. I mean, using dumbbells.
Yeah,
Or
back and
barbell.
forth, back and forth. And you
One
feel?
potato.
Do you feel the muscles?
Yeah, I can feel the missile. I mean, the muscle. Yes, I can feel that. Mm.
But any kind of a weight, it's more like this. Bring bringing it forward and down.
Okay.
All righty. You get the idea. If you're not used to this, you're going to feel it. So that's one. The other one, and we can go back to our chairs here. Very simple for everyone at home. Very important to keep the strength in your legs, because as we get older, it's very difficult to get up, to go to the bathroom, to take care of yourself. Walking every day helps. But while you're sitting there, and if you've got to the point where you're not able to get out, just getting up and sitting down. You can do this while you're watching a television show. Try to keep your body as straight as possible so you're not leaning forward and, using your momentum. Come on, get up with me. And stand up and sit down. And
She called me
stand
nuts.
up and sit down. No, we should all be a little nuts. Nuts is good. You got it? And if you do this like 10 times periodically,
3 minutes.
okay, you get the idea.
Okay, we'll give that a rest. I really want to tell you a story, a situation that happened to me in Vietnam when we were there early. It's called combat humor. And at one time we had a fighting position, foxhole, dug only to our knees, as far down as to our knees. But we had to stop because the enemy was around, and they were firing up all night long. They were firing up flares that fired on a parachute. They flew down on a parachute and lit up the whole area so we could see. One flare landed in our foxhole.
Oh, wow.
We saw it coming. You can't tell how a parachute is going to come down. And it kept getting closer and closer. And the one thing we did not want to do on a dark night is be lit up for the enemy, the Viet Cong.
To shoot at you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that parachute came straight down and landed, well, it didn't come straight down, it moseyed down and landed square in our foxhole. We had to jump out of the foxhole, and the parachute landed on top of the flare, which was hot. It set fire to the parachute.
Oh, wow.
And we weren't worried about the parachute as much as we were worried about being targets.
Yeah, you're lit.
Because you did not have a
Jump
lunch.
in somebody else's foxhole?
No, they wouldn't let us come in there.
Oh, where did
They
you
wouldn't
go?
let us. Well, we got out of the foxhole, and then we covered it. We covered it over with dirt. Fire,
put the
that
fire
is.
out.
Yeah, yes,
yeah.
And anyway, I was there in 1965 and 66.
Vietnam?
Yes, in Vietnam. And I was in some of the heaviest fighting, the beginning of the heaviest fighting of the war. The Battle of Tan Binh was the first brigade-sized battle. The Battle of Bong Trang was the first time napalm fell on American troops in the war. But outside of that, we told jokes, we joked around. And
And that's important when you're under stress, to keep your humor.
yeah, keep your
Keep
humor.
your humor.
Yeah. Yuma's in Arizona.
Huh?
Yuma is in Arizona.
Oh,
She don't know that. She's from Arizona. She went to Arizona.
I can have Yuma here too.
What would you like to say?
Well, I'd just like to say that it's getting close to our time. So I'm hoping that our audience will join us again next week. And we're going to be, if you get to watch us live, it's on Mondays at 1. And you can watch us anytime on the internet. That's a neat thing. We want to say goodbye.
And
soon.
God bless you. And tune in again next week when we will be a little better organized and more exercises. Aloha nui oe, makoa kani makoa hini. Later, Gator, when your foot's on straighter.
Okay. I've enjoyed this. Did you?
Oh, it was a blast, I'm going to tell you. I'm ready to do some more exercises. How about you?
Oh, I'd rather have some nuts. Not that with the nuts.
Oh, that's not the nuts you're talking about. Okay.
All
Just
right,
remember,
so-
you can't double trouble like the sorgo flick until you're bleeding a mile laid away.
Bye.